Hello, hello, happy Friday everybody. It's Friday Sews. I love Friday Sews. I just do. And I love it when you come back. It really makes me happy. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. I'm Stephanie and I want to say welcome to Friday Sews. Friday Sews, just if you're new, is a little bit of life and a little bit of sewing, and it's the brainchild of Jen from Jen's Sewing Room. If you haven't been to her channel, please go take a look. She's fabulous. And so you're going to find that there's a hashtag of Friday Sews videos, and you can see a lot of friendly faces. So explore. I do. So I want to talk a little bit of sewing. I have been a busy bee and trying to work on my New Year's goals, and it's hard. I set a pretty high goal of trying to do 3 videos a week, and so far I did 2, and I think I'm gonna get 2 in this week, but 3 I'm really gonna have to start thinking ahead. And to be honest with you, I don't like thinking ahead. I like talking about what's on my mind right now, and putting it out 2 weeks later, I'm not interested in it anymore. But I've got to figure that out because I really want to get to 3 videos a week. I'm kind of excited about it, actually. It's really got my wheels turning. I have so many ideas. It's like the minute I made that goal, I have way more ideas of things I want to do and try and make and so on and so forth. Now, if you're here from last week, you watched Friday Sews, I talked about taking my serger in, and I haven't done that yet. Stuff kept getting in the way. It's not in my town. I have to go to a faraway town to take it, so I haven't done it yet, but it's definitely going to happen. So I keep thinking, I've got to finish this, I've got to finish that, because I won't have that serger. But it's going to happen. I want to get it maintenance. I want to take care of it. I worked on a video that came out last week, and it was how to sew an inseam pocket in a stretchy knit. And I just want to thank you, all of you, so much for the wonderful comments. I have to say, can I just be real here? I don't think of myself as any kind of expert at sewing, really. If you're brand new and you've never sewn before, wow, I know a lot. But if you know a lot, I don't know much. I'm in the middle. And so what I have is very much a lack of confidence to tell something that I want to show, like almost like a how-to. And so making that video and getting your feedback, it kind of empowered me to move forward. And you know, somebody doesn't think I know what I'm talking about. That's okay. I'm just gonna have to accept that those times do come. But I just want to say thank you for the vote of confidence, because it really makes me, you know, some of you said more videos like this please, and it made me want to, because I'm usually like, I can't tell you how many of those kind of videos I've tried to make and thought it's not good enough, it's not going to work, and it's complicated. I'm a one-man show here, and so behind the scenes it's me and my laptop, and I don't know how to edit all that great, and sometimes I'm like halfway through the project and I'm thinking I missed a big chunk and you're not going to get it. It's unfinished and I can't just make it again. Oh goodness gracious. So I really had fun with this jacket. It's I think of it as a cardigan, but it's called a jacket. It's by Style Arc, and it's the Estelle Ponte jacket, and I made it and I loved it, and I made it again. And so I made it again for a 3rd time to show the pockets. And then I thought, you know what, I'd like to show, since that went well, I'd like to show me making this whole thing. So I did it. And I'm almost finished gluing all these pieces together. And I can't promise, but I think all the pieces are there. And so I'm hoping to put that out sometime soon. I've been working on it, but it's like tedious to try and glue it all together and not make it an hour and a half long. It wants to be an hour and a half. I would like to keep it under 30 minutes, even though it's a sew-along. It could be a little longer, don't you think? So we'll see what happens. I'm working on that, and I really do feel like I've got it. And so watch for that. Come back for that. I'm done making that jacket. I've made it 4 times, and I wear the heck out of it. And I'm tempted to make it again, because that fleece one that I'm going to show you when I do this review coming in a few days, but I made it out of fleece and it's so comfy, like wearing a blanket. It's the only thing I want to wear on these really cold days. However, I'm at a higher elevation, and when I go to town it's a lower elevation, so I'll put on this like fleece jacket and get to town and I'm like, oh, it's hot. I'm hot. which is why I like cardigans. You can take them off. But you know, I think a lot of you get tired of me making the same thing over and over. Right? I know, I hear you. But hey, it's so fun to make something that's just so easy. You've made it already. It's easy. You don't have to think about it. It's done. But I'm ready to make something new, and I'm afraid to tell you because then you're going to hold me to it, right? I've been looking at this. It was a pattern I bought on one of those dollar sales, and I'm looking at $19.95 is what they think this is worth, and I paid 99 cents. But it's a little raincoat. I would call it a trench coat, like a rain trench coat. Not for rain, obviously, but you know, that's what I think of it as. And I want to make view A. And it's cute. It's long, and it has little slits up the side, a little belt of the self fabric. She's even wearing a cute hat. I'd like to make that. I've got a pattern. I've got my eye on a pattern in Etsy that I might want to make this hat out of. We'll see. I gotta look at it closer. But I bought this fabric. It's fake suede, and it's kind of nice on the inside too. It's just kind of just that satiny feel on the inside, and I think this would be great in a color that I like. It's not denim, but kind of like that, in a soft suede. Wouldn't that be cute? So that's my plan. I'm thinking about it. I might jump in and make it. And it's like I was talking to my daughter because she wants everything I make, and I'm like, well, you have to sew. She's like, I don't want to sew. It looks hard. And I thought, you know, it seems hard, right? But then I was looking at these instructions, and once you know how to do a collar, you know how to do a collar. Once you know how to put in a sleeve, you know how to put in a sleeve. Once you've done a facing, you've done a facing. Once you sort of gathered these skills, it's not hard anymore to duplicate it again. It's doing a new skill that's hard, or doing something different that's hard. And it's hard if the instructions don't make sense. That's hard. But most of it is just taking the same puzzle pieces and putting them together a different way. So that's pretty fun. And so I'm going to jump in and make this. I think what I'm going to do is, somebody suggested that when I don't have my serger, I could be cutting out and preparing patterns, which sounded really like a great idea. So I think I'm going to cut this out and serge the pieces, all the pieces, so that the edges are all serged before I sew it. And then I could take the serger to the place and make this and be happy that I have those serged edges, because I'm a serger fanatic. I want everything serged, everything. So that is what I've been up to. I've been making these videos. That's what I've been up to. Nothing else. Well, there's lots of grandkid stuff going on. Oh my gosh. I had him for a whole day on Tuesday, which was just like hubby put it best, because he took the day off to spend with them too, and we just gave them our attention the whole day, and they love that the most, just having our attention, you know, because real life isn't like that. It's grandparent time is like that. And the end of the day, we were exhausted. We took them home, and they were precious to the very last second. And he said, you know, when life is over and you think back, there's these just perfect days, you know, and this was one of them. And it makes me want to cry just thinking about him thinking that way. Like, he had that to say. And I thought, you know, it is. And he's such a fun grandpa. It just brings joy to my heart to see that. You know, he's funny, he's fun, and he does crazy, wacky stuff with them. And he said, watch me argue with sis. I'm going to have to film this sometime and show it to you because it's hilarious. But they start yelling like gibberish at each other. It's just nothing. It's just blah, 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 blah. And they're like yelling an argument in this nothing language. And it's just much funny. They go crazy. But I thought, you know, I don't know. All grandpa's that fun, because I just can't believe it. He's just like uninhibited and having a great time. And then the next day I was digging in and getting some things done for the channel and, you know, all of that. And my daughter calls and says, I've got an emergency meeting with some contractors. Could you take the kids to their activities? And I'm like, yes. So I spent another day with them, driving them to their sports, and I didn't get tired of them. And my granddaughter said in the back seat, Grammy, you do spoiling. I think she said spoiling was the word. And I said, I do spoiling. And she goes, we like that. And I was thinking, the cool thing is that I get to spoil them, because my daughter and her husband are strict with them. They don't get everything they want. They get told no a lot. So when they're with somebody who tells them yes, every time I give them a yes, they're like, oh, it was like a gift. So I told Sis, even though she's still only 7, I said, well, when you grow up, you have to be a strict parent so your mama can do the spoiling, right? Anyways, our snow finally melted. Well, there's a few crusty patches here and there, but our snow finally melted, and it is almost like you can taste spring, even though it's a ways off. I know it's a ways off, it's January, but you know, the cycles are always working, right? And I'm just excited for spring. Spring is probably my favorite of all. And I planted a bunch of daffodils, so I'm excited about that. And somebody said I should show my garden, and I said, I have a brown thumb. I kill stuff. I kill everything I try to grow. My hubby keeps everything alive, but Mother Nature does most of my gardening. It's really very pretty here no matter what we do. And I absolutely will share when spring comes because I'm excited about some of the stuff we planted. And I'm hoping that we can continue to build on that and, you know, just see what kind of builds up over time. So I hope you're having a great weekend. It's, you know, a brand new year, brand new fresh start, and I'm still feeling that. I'm just loving it, and I hope you are too. You know, I have all kinds of things I want to work on. I want to make some more of those binders, and I'd kind of like to whip through this cute little coat, and I got some other things I want to make too. And that's pretty much my neck of the woods. What's going on in yours? I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're having a great weekend. And I hope you're enjoying the rounds on Friday Sews. And I thank you so much for stopping by and watching mine. And leave a comment. I love seeing you. And man, don't you wish we could have a big sewing weekend where we could all just chat? It would be so fun. I would love that. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.